on the Facebook.
We are live, brother.
Yeah, we are. Ryan, can you see my balls from here?
Negative.
Damn it. All right, let me refresh YouTube. Haunted objects. Okay, let me mute that. There we go. Copy. Let's go over to Facebook and have a little fun. Rolling live with brother Ron Filippio. Dude, I put Ron and it doesn't come up.
It's me, baby.
Dude, I can't take you. Do you got your take feature off?
I don't know, honestly.
It's such a conspiracy.
Hello,
Right,
Holly,
7 p.m.
Deb, Josh, Audrey.
Audrey had her boob crushed today.
Oh, I hate to have
That's
that.
awesome. No, that's awesome.
It's not awesome. If you're a woman, that is not awesome.
No, it's awesome she's going in and getting it done.
No, it's awesome that it gets done. It's awesome that it comes back clean, but it's not, the process probably sucks.
Dude,
Misty calls
I don't
it the
even
boob
have
smash.
a chest anymore. It went away, Ron.
Yeah.
Dude, after my surgery, it's gone. It's like I lost muscle mass.
Yeah.
That's weird
1
because
minute.
I'm looking at the YouTube channel and I keep expecting to look at my reaction to my facial things, and it wasn't happening. Man, I think I'm a little closer. How do I look, Ron? Do I look good?
You look good.
All right, what's up, Deb? Josh Kemp, what's happening? Miss Audrey, Linda, what's going on? It's Linda, right here this Thursday night on Abnormal Realities. We have Miss Linda Adamski in the house. Welcome. By the way, she was talking to me
Who was?
when she says, hey, sexies.
Oh. Hey.
She just didn't want to make it too obvious because she didn't want to make it look like she was singling anybody out or anything at all. Ladies and gentlemen, I need you to pay very close attention to what you are witnessing at this very second, because right now you are witnessing El Filippio and El Producio, El Modio.
Oh, here we
You know
go.
what I'm saying?
Sorry.
Journey into the matrix of the mind. Stretch your imagination and challenge reality. Abnormal realities are beacons for the imagination. What society deems abnormal may be more real than we think. This is Abnormal Realities with your hosts, Ron Phillips and Rocky Stucci.
Well, that sucked. I got to remember to start the damn show on time. If I started the show on time, it would sound good, but I failed. What are you doing, swimming?
Wait for the damn point.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, I'm not. I got the delay screen. Folks, welcome to this Thursday night edition. I have the delay screen.
See, that's
so
what
that's what
happens.
Your damn point.
That's what happens when we're out of practice.
Oh my goodness, folks, welcome. It's Thursday night. It's Taco Thursday. It's Hump Thursday. It's Wednesday Thursday. It's Tuesday Thursday. Right here, Rocky Stucci, Ron Phillips, Abnormal Realities. And I'm going to tell you something right now, brother Phillips.
Yo,
That intro,
it's still
where
kicking ass.
society
Yeah.
deems to be more abnormal, whatever. I can't even remember what he says now because I'm so excited. Dude, we're not normal, bro. Let me ask you this.
Ask
You tell
away.
me right now the definition of normal. Don't say my name, by the way.
Well, is your name even in the definition of normal? It's not,
What?
but neither is mine. So yeah, I mean, the definition of normal, there is not a normal anymore, I don't think.
How do we define normal, though? What is
It's
normal?
a good question. I don't know that you can.
Is normal just like here's my definition of normal. I don't know. A definition of normal is a society where people are decent human beings, where we look out for one another. I don't know what normal is because I guess I can't empathize with normality. I can't empathize.
Yeah.
I can't feel it.
Yep. Yeah, I like to think that I'm normal most of the time.
What?
But then again, all you got to do is get on social media and you realize one of two things. Either I'm abnormal like the rest of everybody out there, or damn it, these people make me look normal.
I don't want to. I just don't want to. If normal is what society is, I ain't want nothing to do with all that. Yeah, I do.
I do.
I just tried throwing some other stuff out there. Hey, folks, by the way, abnormalrealities.com is where you can find us, abnormalrealities.com. And we are broadcasting around the world right now on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeartRadio, search Odyssey Radio.
Yep.
Odyssey Radio, ODYSY radio.com, or visit the website, odysseyradio.com, ODYSY. And of course, we have a mobile app. So you can get, all the shows right there, and you can put the phone on vibrate, and then you can sit on it, And then I'll call you every 2.5 minutes. Thank you. Good night, Texas. Okay, one more question for you, Ron, that I've been thinking about all day.
Okay. Hit me.
All right, because I'm feeling your energy right now. I'm just saying.
Hit me.
Dude, it's a little overwhelming, bro.
My energy, I feel a little underwhelmed right now. What is the question?
How do you want to be remembered?
Oh, shoot. You got to go deep with the questions.
Bring it to my soul, Filipio.
How do I want to be remembered?
Normal is a figment of our imagination.
That's true. I don't know. I mean, I want to be remembered, ultimately, but for what? That I'm an honest businessman, that I was respectful, worked my butt off to do different things for people, often putting people before business, and that's got me some echo going on there. All right, thank you.
Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you just fine, but you turned that up and I got echo. You were sending me back to me. You're not even listening to my answer.
Yeah, I do. Keep going.
I'm done. You didn't hear the question at the end of it?
How do you want your children to remember you?
That I was at least a decent dad. Where are you going with the question,
That's a good answer, dude. That's a good answer.
I'm going to ask you the same question. How do you want people to remember you, especially your kids? How do you want them to remember you? You knew I was going to ask because you asked me.
I was thinking about it today because when we're younger, we don't understand certain things, right? We don't understand the world for what it is, and we develop that through experience and through life. So we can't always expect younger generations or children or whatever it is to understand sometimes. And I think what's the most important part is we need to recognize that we can't expect them because they cannot empathize, especially through some pretty serious things.
They don't have the life experience.
They don't have it. So, you can't get mad at them for it. But, Ron, I sat in a car today for 3 hours in a parking lot. And I thought about that question for 3 hours. I want to be remembered for the man who tried,
Yep.
For the man who tried to make it. Damn it, bro. For the man who tried to make things better. That's it. Just trying to make life better. I tried to make all my wrongs right. Is that a bad thing?
It's never a bad thing. It's never a bad thing. And I hated that you sat in the parking lot today. I live 1.5 miles from you, right? But maybe
Sometimes,
you did. Maybe you needed to be alone. I get that. That's why I didn't mess with you about it. I was just,
I've been that a lot, man. It's man, brother, we got a really good thing happening right now. And I am so damn blessed. There's something, Ron. We have a big meeting tomorrow. We can't tell you guys. I don't think we can. We can't. I don't even know if we can tease it.
No, you can. You can tease that we've got something.
Okay, we'll tease it in just 1 second. Yeah. We'll tease it in just 1 second because I don't ever want to give the misconception, right? there's a lot of things that we find out about ourselves through time. And I mentioned this before, Ron. I said, I've gone years telling people, do I have regrets? And I always said, no. It's like, no, fuck yeah, I do, bro. I do. I got a Santa Claus bag full of them, but that doesn't make me a victim of them. And it doesn't make me a consequence of that.
Yeah.
It makes me a reflection of possibility, and that's what it is. It makes me a reflection. The most important thing is that with me, and I know there's people in your life that are going through fights and they're kicking ass.
Yeah.
It's a matter of how we can look at that. How can we develop from it, right? Or do we allow that to imprison us for the rest of our life? And so we go through this process, and sometimes, dude, I'll lose my breath. I lose my breath because there's things where I could just say, God, if I could just hit that rewind button and just maybe say this differently at that time, or maybe I should have just done this a little bit more then, right? But that's every day. I think maybe you probably go through it. I think most people go through it as we become older parents and then we become grandparents or whatever it may be. We go through the reflection of our lives. But to try to be better, not than just what society expects you to be. To be better than what you expect out of yourself. To do things you never thought you could.
Correct. I often worry about the regrets that are going to pop into my head if I'm given the opportunity to die slowly, let's say. What regrets are going to pop into my head? What am I going to think about that I should have done, that I didn't do throughout my life? And
but you know what I know, Ron, about you is I know that when I go into your house, you are absolutely loved by your family and you are 100% supported by your family, dude. And, honestly, as simple as that sounds, that's a lot harder to find than people realize.
Here's the thing, though, dude. It's a two-way street. It is a two-way street. I'm supported by them because I support them. I do what I can to support them from a emotional standpoint, from a physical standpoint. And, I do have my problems, if you will. That's not the word I was looking for, but some people would call them problems. But I do have my deficiencies, and ultimately they love me for me and my deficiencies, and I love them for them and theirs. Ultimately, though, when it comes right down to it, it's a mutual respect thing.
I kind of love you more than most people because of the Cadillac bidet that you got.
It's sweet, isn't it?
Yeah, I just want to give a quick shout out. We have a friend, as a matter of fact, Ron, I think I might have told you about him today or yesterday. He is known in YouTube as Danilore. His name is Chris. I've known Chris for a very long time. Chris George. Azuga. He's a Canadian. Man, hey, I don't know what I just said. I tried throwing a little Italian Canadian. We have a meeting. We're going to be meeting up with Chris here sometime by the end of the month. Chris has been in radio podcasting for years, and he's bringing it back to life. And we're honored to say that he's going to be coming on to Odyssey Radio on iHeart, joining the Odyssey family. And so we love you, brother. You know what? And here's the funny thing. And here's a perfect example, Ryan, when we talk about abnormal and normal in society. Politically, Chris and I, on many things, viciously disagree. But the cool thing about people like him and many of us in this circle is that, we can have our views politically. Viciously, we can, because you know what? I believe that my views politically have and are supported with intellectual thought, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's what he appreciates. And I think that's what a lot of other people appreciate that think differently than me, is that we can still be adults and intellectual and disagree and even say you're a piece of shit. And then 5 minutes later, be drinking a glass of scotch, smoking a cigar, and giving hugs, right? So Chris is one of them kind of guys. He's a good brother, and we're super looking forward to him coming on to the network. So we love you, bro. Yeah, he says, actually, we agree on most. Dude, you got to let shit be a little theatrical for radio, okay? You got to say we disagree on most things. So when we bring you on, people are going to expect us to fight or something, bro.
I just want to make sure that I sent that email to where you told me to send it. I hope he got it. If that's what else. Oh, that was somebody else. Okay.
yeah, we got things moving, folks. We got things going, you know? So, yeah, so I think, you know, it's been a while, Ron. I missed you. Last week was my fault. I missed you. Thanks. You know, I wanted to bring that question up because I know I'm a very private person for my personal life, right? Not about, I mean, obviously I'm not private because I like freaking live stream almost every day or something, right?
Multiple times.
But, you know, I know that there's a lot of people and I'm a proud guy and, you know, pride gets in the way sometimes, man, you know? I try to focus on look, I'm shaking, bro. I try to focus on the finish line and the direction that finish line is in, such as yourself, Ron, right? Because you and I, man, we got a lot on our plate right now. And the way for us to be successful at what we're going to do is by staying focused on that finish line. And we need to make sure that everything on our left and everything on our right isn't penetrating through the walls. Yeah. And creating a tsunami of unnecessary
The thing
things,
I learned
right?
a long time ago was take the path of least resistance. If there are problems in your life, find the path of least resistance and take it. If you fight, I mean, this is after you've fought for your, you know, place, or you fought for, you know, your position. Mm-hmm. If all else fails, find the path of least resistance and take that bitch, because it will give you the relief that you're looking for, period.
What is it about us dudes and our pride and shutting down and because
Pride.
you know, dude, you got a little, I got a little Phillips syndrome and you got a little Stucci syndrome.
I
you
do.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Man? Me and Ryan are sitting next to each other and we're both like we need hugs and shit. You know, we're pale, legs are bouncing, we got anxiety, and neither one of us are going to be like, "Hey, bro, why don't you tell me what's on your mind?" Because we're too proud. You know, we're too proud. We're supposed to be men. We're supposed to be freaking Spartans. You know. Let's take our shirts off.
I'm not taking my shirt off.
Dude, let's take our shirts off for the rest of the show.
No, you take yours off. I'm not taking mine off.
$50 donation. I'll take a shirt.
Nope.
I'll do it right now. $100. Nope. I mean,
no.
150. Ron will do it.
No, I won't.
Why not?
I'm not taking my shirt off, dude.
Only see right above your nipple and up.
Not taking my shirt off.
I think it'll look good. I might get a little turned on.
I don't care whether you get turned on or not. I don't want anybody getting turned off. Thank you. So no, I'm not doing that.
I'm watching myself on replay. I can't believe I did that, bro.
You're going to hate yourself later. You know, you always do.
We talked about that yesterday. We told TK, I can't listen to the shows. I can't, you know, I'll timestamp things and I'll go grab the clip real quick. Me and Ron were traveling. We're traveling a very long ways. I think we might have made it through a couple shows, but there's we made it like 5 minutes in and we had to change it because I got so mad at myself.
Yeah,
What's
because
wrong with me? And then I don't fix it.
See, anytime the mic flips on, you go back to what works for you, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yep, I do. All right, so let's do a little. All right, folks, listen. All right, listen up, everybody.
We do have something we're going to talk about tonight, maybe after the break, though, apparently. So,
how much more time do we got?
8 minutes.
Well, so this is all going to kind of segue all in. This is all going to dominate all the way till the end of the show. First, Ron and I just want everybody to freaking know that we love most of you, you know? That one, you two get out of the way. That one, you know? No, I'm kidding.
Big hugs.
We appreciate you. When we do this, man, I tell you, you know, there's times where me and Ryan are looking at each other and with all the stuff we got going on, we're building, we're scratching our heads. Sometimes we bang our heads on concrete, but, you know, there's a reason why we do passion beyond our means, right? Because, man, I tell you, there's some times where, man, we didn't know if we're coming or going. And there's a reason I'm going to say it is because we are staying focused on the finish line. We've had our ups and downs in the last 2 years, brother. We've had ups and downs. Sometimes we took a left when we should have taken a right, but that's just the way it goes, right? But we continue to pursue forward. Ron calls me up yesterday. I need everybody to pay close attention because I can only tell you we're going to just
started to say, just be careful. Yeah.
Yeah, we're only going to tickle the nipple. We're not sticking it in, okay? You know what I'm talking about. All right. We got a meeting tomorrow. Wait, what did I say? Topless? Please no topless show. Here, Brett, just for you, bro. Right there.
Yeah, you're going to hate that later, too.
Ron?
There's nothing I can do to stop you. So I don't know why you do it.
And you're so casual looking over there.
Dude, everybody's in my home. Y'all come on in. I'm just hanging out.
So we have a meeting tomorrow. We got a coffee meeting. Okay, long story short, we can't say the concept, we can't say what it is, but Ryan and I got a meeting about being in a TV show. 3 episodes, Ron? Is that what you said?
I didn't say any. I don't know how many.
You didn't say any. Why do I have that in my head?
I don't know.
Did I say too much already?
Probably.
No, I didn't. I just said TV show. I didn't say where.
That's true. No, I mean, we just don't know yet. I mean, we're having the initial conversation tomorrow. Well, we had a phone call, but I did. Rocky is going to be introduced to this person tomorrow, and then we'll have a little bit more conversation about it, find out what the specifics are. But let's just say they were in need of a paranormal investigation team for their TV show.
Hey, just happen to know a couple guys, you know?
And the dude reached out to me because I've worked with him in a different capacity. And he says, hey, are you interested? And I went, why, yes, I am. Let me call.
You were a little more excited than that.
Yes, I was. I was, because
yes,
I could barely talk when I got him on the phone.
Yeah. You know, okay. You know, I've been having a lot kind of on my plate. You know, I've been a lot going on, and so Ron calls me, and you know, approach is really important. You know, so when somebody calls me up and says, you know, I need to talk to you, are you sitting down? It's like, hold on, why are you talking shit like that for? Why don't you just go right through it and tell me? You know, why do you got to do the whole you sitting down thing? Because that produces unnecessary anxiety. You know.
No, I said, I got something I want to talk to you about. And you said, oh, shit, let me get a cigarette.
That's what I said.
And I went, and I let him hang for just a little bit. I let him hang for just a little bit. And then I said, it's not bad, dude. It's okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he let me hang for like 2 minutes. And he's like, okay, check it out. It's a good thing. Go get your cigarette, you know? No, so we're super excited. And it's something that I would have never expected. You know, Ron would have never expected. It's weird, man, because it's like there's times when you start losing a little bit of hope, and then there's always something that just kind of grabs you.
Yeah.
God has a weird way of kind of letting you know that he's like, hey,
we get a lot of
there next to you.
We get a lot of carrots dangled in front of us. This last year, we got a whole lot of them. And none of them really panned out.
Shit thrown on our plate.
Yeah, and some of them never pan out. They just don't, for whatever reason.
The business don't. That's okay. So, folks, listen. You know, if you're a salesman and you go out into the sales field, because I used to do sales for a while, expect a good salesman to close about 10% of his accounts, right? Yeah. To close about 10% of his deals, maybe less than that, maybe 3%. So, in this industry, when you're an entrepreneur, when it is solely up to your actions, what you do or don't do is dependent on your bottom line revenue sources and all that other stuff. It's a numbers game. So when Ron and I get invited to things, we go. And we get invited to a lot. And we're going to be going to a lot more. And it's the circle of community. And this is what's important about, you know, everybody kind of finding people through life that you know what, that's your circle of people. And if they come up to you, you can sit down and do business without even thinking about it, right?
Right.
All these people that we communicate with here in Dallas, Fort Worth area, when we go to these events, they're all the same people most of the time. Because it's all the circle of people that they know that this is the safe zone. There's no con artists here. And you know what? When those little snakes come in, we sniff them out like rotten dogs, you know? And so it's a beautiful thing. So you need to continue to keep shaking hands. You need to continue to keep rubbing elbows. That's business because it's a numbers game, like you just said, Ron. So a lot of carrots.
That's the second one, by the way.
But soon, you counting all of a sudden, bro?
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden, Ron's counting that bombs. I'm going to drop a third because 3's my lucky number.
Get after it. It's the fine. It's the fine that I have to pay, so go right ahead.
No. Yeah, so it's pretty cool, man.
I think I'm hoping for a great day tomorrow. I really am. And we may come out of tomorrow still not being able to say anything about it because there's a lot of discussion that needs to be had. a lot of
Well,
scheduling.
technically, in what I've learned from like John Ward and stuff, lots of times, even while you're filming, you can't say anything up until the TV networks they give you the green light to say start promoting, because they don't want pre-promotions.
Yeah.
They want to start hitting like the last 2 or 3 weeks. Because I remember Destination Fear.
Yeah.
They got a hold of us and they says, when you hear, within a month of their date, they're like, get a hold of us, because that's the only time we're going to book it.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and they make a run. They make a media run right before the release of a new season anyways. That's part of it. And that'll be part of, if this all pans out, we'll be doing media before the release of that, TV show. So
I'm going to wear a cape.
Yeah.
That's all I can say.
That's fine, dude. I mean,
I might be able to fly,
as long as you're wearing something. You know what I mean?
Oh, I'm just wearing a cape.
Yeah, that's what I was afraid you were going to say.
And then I'm going to put lipstick around my nipples to make them look really extra big.
That's greatness. All right, abnormalrealities.com, folks. OdysseyRadio.com. And, of course, you can support these upcoming companies in this bottom of the hour break. Just sit back and listen. You've heard these spots, these commercial spots before, but we honestly need you to help us out. So let's take this break real quick. It's 2 minutes. Rocky and I'll be back. Again, abnormalrealities.com. That's where you can find our website and some of the stuff we're talking about and our shows, actually. So we'll be back in a few minutes. Hang tight.
At Romika Designs, we're more than just a laser engraving and specialty design company. Much more. I'm Ron Phillips, co-owner of Romika Designs, and if you can dream it, we can probably make it. We can custom laser cut and engrave on nearly all material. Great for one-of-a-kind gifts, home decor, business and specialty items, or personalized and logoed designs created just for you or your company. Allow us to become your go-to gift and specialty project partner. Romika Designs can help make your ideas a reality. We're ready to help you design and create that special gift for any occasion or engrave your personal or business logo on just about any product. View our designs at romikadesigns.com or simply email us with your ideas. We specialize in custom design and we'd be honored to have the opportunity to discuss it with you. Call us at 817-400-4040, email info@romikadesigns.com, or visit us on the web at romikadesigns.com.
Do you have fewer than 3 bowel movements a week? Are your stools dry, hard, and or lumpy? Your stools are difficult or painful to pass? Do you have stomach aches and maybe stomach cramps? Do you feel bloated and nauseous? Do you feel that you haven't completely emptied your bowels after a movement? Well, if that's the case, then the chances are pretty good you are dehydrated. So what you need to do is go to www.insanecustomtumblers.com. We have hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds of images that you can purchase for your personalized tumbler today. If you're looking for a custom design, we can help you with that. Insane Custom Tumblers is the one-stop shop for you. Once again, go to insanecustomtumblers.com. Again, that is insanecustomtumblers.com. Use code INSANE20 for a 20% discount today. InsaneCustomTumblers.com. Poop well, my friends. Poop well.
All right. What? What?
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I was on film. This delay thing's screwing me up. I'm 30 seconds behind. I'm like, man, you didn't flip the screen. They didn't see my drums.
Are you not watching the live feedback from VMix?
No, I'm watching you.
Oh.
I got it on YouTube because, you know what I could do? I could do a little. Could get a little crafty here and shrink my screen and put.
By the way,
right
folks, Romika Designs right now is in the middle of its Valentine's rush. We have wooden roses that we are engraving, and you can buy up to a dozen of them. They are 8 inches or 10 inches, and they have all these nice sayings on them. And guess what else? They don't die. Roses. RomikaDesigns.com, right off the front page. Go check it out.
Dude,
What?
did you hear what you just said?
They don't die?
No, 8 to 10 inches, pervert. What's
No.
wrong with you?
8-inch roses or 10-inch roses, dude.
Whatever. I still took it differently.
And those objects are not haunted. You see
God,
how
I'm turned on right
see
now.
how I segued for you?
Dude, that was smooth. All right, so oh, I was actually so does Rocky with my tumblers. Poop well, my friends. I was actually watching an old episode of Haunted Collector the other day. And oh, by the way, TK, I know you just made a comment on Facebook. If you're watching, I just want to talk to you about something real quick. I had the verb have it on, okay? I had it on, but you know, see that? Look at.
Yeah.
Wait. Here.
See, mine's
you can see
green.
me.
But the reason Rocky's isn't green is because no, Rocky, they couldn't see you. All they could see is your background. Because
right.
the green hat is showing through Rocky's green screen back there. So
That's right. I had a hole in my head, bro.
yeah.
What was that? So yeah, so I was watching Haunted Collector the other day, and I thought about it, Ryan. It's just like, you know, we really haven't talked a lot about like haunted items and the possibilities of haunted
No,
items.
I've heard you talk about items that either are at a location or have been removed from a location and carry something with it, right?
I have one. Yeah, I have one.
Is it that Ouija board?
No,
Oh.
no, that's not haunted.
Oh, I thought
It might be.
What do you have?
know, I might just start blaming that thing for all my damn problems, you know? I'm like, that damn Ouija board. No, that candle, that big candle holder I have downstairs.
Oh,
So we've had that for years.
Where did
It's
it come
actually
from?
Charged.
yeah.
We got it from somebody somebody died in a house, and it was like from an estate sale, but nobody wanted it. And when I looked at it, I was just like, what are you going to do with that? And then they're just going to go drop it off at like the Goodwill or whatever. And I was just like, but the second I touched it, I knew it was charged. So somebody did not want that thing. There's a reason why people didn't pick it, because it's not ugly. It's huge. The thing is a beast. And it
Yeah.
takes the candle, the big fatty.
Yeah,
You
the big
know,
fatty
the one
candle.
with a
Yeah.
lot of girth.
Is this made out of metal or wood? The candle holder.
It's okay. It's not wood, and it's not metal. It's like a stone, kind
Oh.
of,
Oh, okay.
because it's super heavy too.
Yeah.
It's super heavy. I think it's sexy. You know.
All
I
right.
think
So
it's sexy, but-
what makes that haunted? What makes that particular object haunted?
Well, so that's the question. Now I don't want to sit here and answer like I'm giving you like the real facts of what it does, because I don't know for sure, but I'm curious about things, because I've always had this frustration to where, you know, when we sit here and theorize on why do we try to figure out why a location actually has activity. I don't believe just because somebody died in a location that's going to make that location haunted. Now, the death could have created maybe a portal,
Yeah.
right? It could have created maybe an imprint atmospherically, maybe a residual imprint, okay? But I don't necessarily think, I mean, my God, man, if every place was haunted where somebody died, you know, we're screwed. We just live in a haunted planet then, you know, haunted planet. But I've always wondered, could somebody truly be attached to a physical object so much in their life that they still want possession of it in death,
And
so
will
much
travel
so that
with-
they're not willing to cross over, you know?
Yeah. And willing to travel with that object rather than stay where they're at originally.
Well, you know, just like the homes, when we were at the Fernhill house, you know, that kind of made sense to me, bro.
Yeah.
You know, because when I first started investigating, they're like, hey, please let me explain, because I always say that I think I made that place worse. I investigated it for a year, but the first 4 or 5 months were the most amazing experiences I've ever had investigating. I
Yeah.
mean, it's like I was literally on a phone call with these spirits. But it was different in the fact. Now, again, theorizing. But everybody identified at the beginning few months was all the original people that built that home when it was a single room, and then they built it up. And these people, they used to help the homeless. They were a really, really good family. And so, in a weird way, Ron, think about it. Let's say you transitioned, and then there was somebody there that gave you a choice that you can stay and you can wait and you can be with your family in spirit, but all your family are all going to be stuck within the realm. Right?
Yeah.
Or you transition on and move on. I don't know, but I'm sure there's some people, because I always wanted to say that I want to see Grandpa Stucci, right? I want to see Grandma again. I want
Were
to see
they
my
alive
relatives.
for you to
No,
to
they're
know?
gone. I want to see my cousin Dina.
Were they alive while you were?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
My Grandpa Stucci and we had a super great relationship.
I have grandparents that were not alive when I was. They died many, many years early. As a matter of fact, my great granddad, my mom's granddad, passed away before she was born, so she never knew her granddad. And there are people like that I want to meet. Absolutely. There are historical people I want to meet. There are family members I want to meet that I have never known, great grandparents, things like that.
And, we're frustrated because, we know it was my great-grandpa Pio that came from Italy. We know what boat he went on, and we know the port he left on when he left Italy.
Yeah.
But we don't know nothing past that. He was a freaking criminal.
Your great-grandfather?
We can't find nothing out.
Yeah.
Yeah, my great-grandpa.
So that was so your family hasn't been in America.
No, we're second generation.
No kidding.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
We're fresh, dude. We're fresh, dude. My balls still smell like Italy. Smells like pizza, like freaking rigatons and a couple meatballs,
Yeah. Have you ever done the DNA stuff on 23andMe or
that shit to the CIA,
Amazon?
Bro. I'm not giving none of my DNA up.
Not Amazon, Ancestry. I did the DNA stuff on Ancestry.
You understand that Ancestry and all those other companies admitted after how many freaking years that they do hand over your DNA to freaking agencies? I'm not giving.
What are they going to do? What are they going to do?
It's embedded in me, dude. It's generational. It's embedded paranoia, right? It's just embedded in my system. I ain't got nothing to worry about, dude. I got clearance. But I'm still not giving up my DNA.
Unless they're going to clone me, I don't know. What are they going to do? Ultimately, I know I've got a lot more people in my family than I thought I did, obviously, but
dude,
and I know where my ancestors came from. Do what?
Yeah, we need to get my sister Paula. Oh, and then to hear the story of my mom. My mom almost died coming over here because my mom came here when she was a baby.
Yeah.
How they had to freaking hide out, during the war and all this other stuff over. It's like, we forget that. And you know what? You appreciate your life a little bit more when you hear the immense struggles that it took for our relatives to get where they're at today, right? Paula, and I think it was Vince, there was a house, and I told you about this house, Phillips. I believe it was in West St. Paul, and Paula has to come on the show sometime to talk about this. They found a room. They found a hidden room.
Paula did?
They found yeah. Well, no.
Oh.
It was the people. No. Yeah, it was Paula because she still has. Here, they had the wall. It was a brick wall. They bricked this room in, and so when they got into this room, and guess what was in there? Early 19. Oh, it was Vince. It was Paula's boyfriend or partner, or that. You know what I'm saying? That guy. You know what I'm saying?
I'm sorry, Paula. She said it was. She said it was Vince. Yes.
So it was Paula. Correct me if I'm wrong. Early 1900s, and then there was a stack of newspapers, and all the newspapers were referencing like Bugsy Siegel or some mafioso guy, right? Oh. And then there was a whole bunch of brand new cigarette packs that were still sealed from early 1900s, and that was bricked away in that room. Those cigarettes in that newspaper in a table or whatever, They just left that stuff in there.
See, that's the
And they
thing for me. That's the thing for me is why
My sister still has the newspapers.
what made them break that room up with leaving all that stuff in there? Why didn't they take it out? Were they building a time capsule on purpose?
This house, Ron, to my understanding, I've never been there. I was given the address. As a matter of fact, we should take a drive up, But to my understanding, that the apparitions in this house were so vivid that Vince would sit in the living room and he would watch people walk by him through his living room and they weren't there.
What?
There was multiple, like from different eras. And then I think
Paula
there
says
was one that used to stare at him.
Super haunted.
Yeah.
That's wild.
And I wonder, bro, again, there's so much to, why that house? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Is it something geological? Is it, what is it? But the newspaper, you're going to tell me, my sister, you want to talk about haunted objects? My sister just said she still has them. She still has the newspapers. She has the newspapers that were locked away in this room. I speculated that knocking that wall down released something. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not able to interview anybody to know, did this haunting happen before entrance was made into that room?
Well, see, the thing is you don't brick instantaneously. So I don't know how you get something trapped in that room if you're breaking up the wall, right? But
unless you're Mexican.
Unless the objects in that room are what the spirit was hanging on to. You said it was newspapers, cigarettes, things like that.
It was newspapers that were all referenced towards the same person.
Was it Bugsy Siegel that you're talking about?
Paula, was it Bugsy Siegel? It was some big name mafioso guy because one of those names was a big name in the Twin Cities. Because our family was really involved in the bootlegging and they were all involved in all that stuff. So, we probably knew a couple people in that house, She said, that's all native land. West St. Paul is all native land. South St. Paul is all native land. So, you can pretty much go anywhere in West St. Paul, South St. Paul. We went to Great Cloud Island. We went to Great Cloud Cemetery. That's the first place I got an apparition, shadow person. It's just weird because you feel weird. You feel weird. Just like, Ron, when we were up in Mineral Wells.
Yeah.
You feel weird, Something weird about that town. And maybe the imprinted energy,
Could be.
I'm just saying. Bill of Rights Network. I believe that's the brother right there that you sent the email to today. What's going on, brother? So, yeah, man. So the haunted thing. So what I was watching was they went to this museum. And there was old Civil War swords on the wall.
Okay.
They didn't even consider any of this stuff, right? They were going in, doing initial base, just try to understand the haunting. There's a little girl ghost who cried all the time in the basement. Hell to the no, to the no, no, no. I ain't doing that shit, bro.
No.
And I'm not going in the basement to check it out either. I'll be like, you all right?
Look, I mean,
you need something?
This entire season of Destination Fear was a wild season. And that's because
dark shadow, evil figure that would scratch Vince's ex.
Yep. In this particular season, they didn't have flashlights with them when they went to sleep alone, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You couldn't get me to go in some of those places with a damn flashlight alone.
You can't get me to go in there during the day.
But what I'm saying is if there is this haunted aspect to buildings, could it also be that the objects in that building are what's truly haunted and not necessarily the building?
That's kind of where you would almost kind of, that's a good thought. I mean, why else would they be there? Because it's not just because they like the neighborhood.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It has
to
be
and these
something.
people, some of these people died horrific deaths. Why would they stay there? Why would they be there still? Are they trapped?
And there again, too, like the girl crying in the basement. my initial assumption would assume that would be something residual. Such a traumatic moment, you know what I'm saying, that time recorded it.
Yeah.
And it's literally the parallel that it's recorded in is literally balancing within our existence in another, to where it just kind of crosses every once in a while. Then you get what I'm saying? Kind of going back and forth.
Yeah. Yeah, I do. I mean,
you don't like my sound effects, huh?
I didn't, but that's okay. Sounded like a baby crying.
Well, dude, that was actually the point. So, yeah. What?
I can always tell when our show spins off the rails.
Dude, that was music to my ears after my surgery, okay?
Oh, I'm sure it was.
I recorded that. That was done studio style in my
That
bathroom.
was not done studio style in your bathroom. That had a little door slam at the end of it. That was funny.
She bounced the ball in the house, bro.
Yeah, see, look, things like your dad experienced downstairs. Again, I'm still in that position where I want something like that to happen in my presence, not to me, but in my presence, enough that I can see it with my two eyes and go, okay, now it's on.
Yeah, preferably, maybe something happened to somebody else, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not talking about physical, touching and things like that. I'm talking about apparitions. If Vince saw these people walking through the living room, that's a pretty good, it's clear to me that, okay, there is something there. And granted,
and for the record,
we've been to the Hill House twice, and I've seen jack squat happen there.
But we didn't do it right, though, brother. Okay, so the reality is this. If me and you were to truly go to the Hill House and investigate, we would truly have to do an all-nighter. And it would literally have to be like me, you, and one other person in serious game mode. All night. I mean, literally to where we go to a point where we go silent for an hour and we all just sit somewhere.
Yeah.
All those different things, because we're not going to hear footsteps, and because we got all these people, we got a whole bunch. I was watching some of the video the other day when Brad came with us, and I was sitting there trying to do stuff with Kate. We were trying to do EPs, and it's like I kept hearing freaking Beth in the freaking kitchen. She kept yabbling those gums, and it's just like, okay, the energy's wrong. We're producing the wrong energy to go into this as an investigation, right? We're actually kind of like a party right now. And
believe it or not, people used that kitchen as a safe haven. Once you went on the other side of that curtain, all the lights were on. There was food there. People were snacking. It was cameras, on the TV screens from all over the house.
I felt safe in the kitchen.
I felt safe in the kitchen.
Like when you walk in the back door, you run to the kitchen.
Yes, because you got to clear that living room and that dining room first.
And there's animals that are stuffed that are looking at you while you run through it.
Well, that's my question to you. We got about 6 minutes left. But my question to you is, would you consider that the objects that were in Hill House, because they dressed this house up. This thing has furniture. It has tons of objects in it.
It's a whole different world.
Other than in, what was that one room, the poker room? Because I think the poker room had objects in it that were haunted.
Not a lot of them. Not a lot were authentic.
But I didn't hear the hosts of the house say anything about objects there that were specifically haunted.
No, they didn't point out any objects. And that could be a thing to where part of the reason, I mean, we know that there's so much more because of all the death, right?
Yeah,
no matter what, there was a ton of death. So it's kind of hard to decipher what the cause was. But I will reference when I investigated the Stillwater prison warden's house. Bro, I got so much, man. They were telling me that heaven is the ceiling. The EVPs I was getting was incredible.
Yeah.
There was one item. Now, this warden's house that I'm referring to, that's where the old Stillwater prison was at. So it's now a museum. Say, hey, this is where it was at. This This is the warden's house. This is where he slept, right? Families. There was one item in that warden's house that was an actual item from that time, from that location. Everything else in there was donated, or they just got stuff from that era just to make it, give it the look, the theatrical look.
Right.
But it was haunted as shit. So again, it was one of two things. Either all the little antiques that they brought shit with it, or that area is saturated. And I believe it's the area because I was getting EVPs from lumberjacks, because Stillwater was actually going to be the capital of Minnesota before St. Paul was. And it was a lumberjack town. And so that's why it's the lumberjacks, Stillwater lumberjacks. So I was getting EVPs of them talking about being lumberjacks.
Yeah.
You don't get that on radio. You just don't get that stuff on radio. And I get EVPs about a lady looking for her child, and then a child looking for his mom. I got an EVP, and she goes, he just wants his mother. And I was like, holy shit. He just wants his mother. Well, where is he and where is she? I could hook this shit up, but I need directions,
Okay. Okay.
So, yes, I believe items can absolutely be haunted, but I believe when items are haunted. Oh, so that show I was watching, they did the whole scale of the entire museum before I forget, and they couldn't figure out what items it was. And then all of a sudden they went to the swords, and they checked the EMF and all these different things on all the swords. And for some reason, one sword that was made of all the same material as all the other swords in that room. So it wasn't a different type of metal that could produce maybe something, right? Like a magnet. It was the exact same. And why would that one specific item, no matter where you brought it, had a charge to it? But you can grab any other item and do the exact same thing and have nothing flatline. What is that?
Yeah, I don't know.
What could charge that? Because think about it if it was electricity.
Yeah.
Electricity would just disintegrate. It would dissipate out, right? Because it's a current. It's gone. It's not going to stay in that sword. So what kind of energy stays in that sword?
Well, obviously some kind of energy did.
See there, Rosie Sky in the chat room. I know we're running light on time, but we're talking about haunted objects. Zach Baggins has a haunted museum. And Rosie, yes, Ron and I have not been there, but Ron and I would love to go there.
Yeah.
But we would actually like to talk with Zach and actually investigate. We'd like to get in there and investigate it. And so, and to my understanding, it's not as easy as it sounds. So, but if anybody can get you done, this is the people right here. So, how much time we got, Phillips?
Minute 50 seconds. Enough for you to talk about custom tumblers.
Why did you just get louder on me all of a sudden?
I don't know. I didn't touch anything.
All right. Yeah, InsaneTumblers.com. Get on over there. Custom designs. We got coffee cups. We got 20-ounce. We got all different kinds.
You did a Suzuki one recently. That thing is beautiful.
Dude, it turned out so freaking good. I have all those. I have Suzukis and Hondas, and literally it's so much easier because I have probably in the tune of about 40,000 images. All you need to do is say, I'm looking for something. I'm a Harley guy. Okay, give me 2 hours. Let me go, and I'll make something custom. You know what I'm saying? Because I already have a lot of designs, and I could just kind of twist it, make it unique, and make it their own.
Yeah.
So, if you're interested, just let me know kind of what you're looking for. I can throw you images I have, or I can design one for you. But InsaneTumblers.com. Love you guys.
Yeah, fantastic. So, guys, we will get more information on after our meeting tomorrow. Maybe we could pass it along next week. I'm not certain of that yet, but watch our Abnormal Realities Facebook page, the Odyssey Facebook page, and maybe we can post something out there as well. I'm excited about it. I know Rocky is. It's one of those things that we just happen to be in the right place at the right time, and our fingers are crossed. There's no question about that. So, hey, thanks for joining us tonight.
Dude, is fingers crossed a good thing or a bad thing? Because, when you tell a lie to somebody, you cross your fingers, all of a sudden that's like neutral. So,
yeah.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
I hear the music. Hey, I love you guys. So does Ron.
Yeah, I got to get over here. I don't know why I'm not hearing it. There it is.
There it is.
All right, guys. We'll see you next week. Love you.
Love you guys. Hey, abnormalrealities.com. For my family and Ron's family, to your family, may God bless you. May God bless America. And rule number one, don't take shit from nobody. Love you guys.